Alright guys, so here we go, and sorry, dehumidifier's right there. Here we go. We have all the cars that we can get on here. Now you might be wondering, why don't we have those cars on? Well, there's something different about those cars. If we take a look onto these cars, it's kind of hard to see. There's a little pin on the middle of each one. See that little slit right there? There's usually a pin there. On these cars there is. It clicks. That's why you hear all the clicking. It's so that they can sit on chains. But these ones don't have chains, so they don't need them. So they won't work by themselves. We're gonna use them a little bit later in this video. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this on and we're just gonna watch what happens. So here we go. Sorry, trying to use my other arm. Kind of crippled right now. I have a broken collarbone. Yes, as they all go around. Look at that large gap. That gap was not there right before. Notice how the cars space themselves on the own. Now I bet you, actually, because this happened earlier, it's probably going to happen again. Those two cars there, they're most likely going to get a larger gap every time. How do I know? Because it just happened again. That gap is expanding every time. Just look at that gap right now. It's a good 4 cars. Could fit in between there. Now as we watch, it's a good 5-6 cars. Now, I'm gonna push those guys further ahead, just to show you basically as a speed up of what it would be like. So, push them up there. Now, there's a pretty large gap there, you say, between them and the cars in front of them. Well, let's just watch what happens. Doesn't look like the gap expanded at all. Look at them as they slowly go up the track. And then drop through that. I'm gonna stock these chains. Look at that. The gap is growing smaller. You can actually see how much this thing shakes. I mean, look. Well, not yet. We stock them as they go up the chains. Look, that gap is getting smaller. Watch how it shakes. It's going to shake violently. I mean, look how violently that's being shook from all these cars going down. They're catching up. Pretty soon they're going to smack right into the back of that silver. I mean, look, they're all staying together, and then these two, they're staying together but catching up behind everyone else. I mean, look. There's the blues. And then The green's not that far behind. Well, the green and gold. Look at this. They are one car behind. I bet you a lot of money. Actually, no, I don't make bets. But I can tell you this right now. The next round, they will smack into the back. I'm telling you that. They probably will. If not within one chain. Boom. They're at the back. Alright. So, let's switch this off. Alright. Now, we'll be right back. I'm going to switch these few cars out. A couple of red ones. Alright guys, so here's the first one. So we have two red cars here that are not connected. And then we have two blue cars. They're connected. And they're basically going to be pushing the red cars. So, let's turn this on. See what happens. This, I have not done before. Let's find out what happens. You and me together. This is not going to work, probably. Yep, that's not going to work. No, it's not. Alright. So, that did not work, and I figured it wasn't going to because there's so much delay between the time when the red one drops, the red ones drop, and the time between when the blue ones drop. I'm going to try one thing, see if that changes anything. Alright, so here we go. I've actually connected these two together and connected the blues together. Let's see if that changes anything. I don't think it will. I think the same thing's going to happen where the red's going to come down much faster than the other, or it's going to disconnect with enough time so it's going to come up the chain and then back down before the blue can pull up behind it. Yep. Oh, actually, that came out perfectly. Let's see if it'll do it again. So here it comes. Red is very far ahead. And they connect, so that works, apparently. Wow. Alright, so I got one more thing I'm going to do. Actually, I got two more things. You ready? Alright, so I got the next one. It is three. All three of these are connected together. It is blue, red, red. So let's just... It's probably going to work because they're connected. Well, we'll find out. This is not one that I did earlier. The next one that we do is the one that I did earlier. And it easily connects. Alright, so let's just get to the next one. Now, this might look like I have four connected, but I don't. It is actually a blue and a red and a blue. Now, you might think, oh, there's no difference between a red and a blue and a blue and a red. Well, actually there is. You see, when you have a blue and a red, the clicker is in the front. So when the first car is off the chains, it falls. When you have a red and a blue, the clicker is in the back. So when the first car is off the chains, it doesn't fall until the second car is off the chains. So this one releases slightly faster than this one does. So my theory is that if I put this one all the way at the top, kind of. Actually, I want to have them right at opposite ends of them, so we're just going to put these guys both down, and so we're going to leave this one that I say should theoretically release slower than this one. That one's at the bottom, should release slower. This one's going to be at the top to start. It should release faster than the other one. So the reason I'm spacing them apart is so that my theory is that These ones will eventually catch up to those ones, so instead of having blue, red, red, blue, it ends up being red, blue, blue, red. So, in order for that to happen, I don't want it to take a really long time, so spraying them out as far as we can to start, and let that do it. So the current gap is pretty big, but as you can see, you saw that the first car, well, let's just go with this one. This one, the first car, as soon as it's off, it'll release. Boom, gone. Because as soon as the first car was off, there was nothing keeping it up. Oh. Oops. That's a problem. They came off the track because the track disconnected. This connection between track pieces I've been having issues with, for it doesn't want to lock into place. So if you look, if you look, it's supposed to be here, and it doesn't want to. So we just have to keep an eye out for that. So, continue this on. There is a gap. Let's see if that gap gets any smaller or bigger. I think the easiest way to make the gap noticeable, I'm going to push this one that gets onto the chains. Alright, there's a good distance between them. So, if my theory is correct, it should connect, they should run into each other very shortly. Or, if my theory is wrong, they will either stay the same distance apart, or they will get further apart. Let's see whether I'm right or wrong. So let's see if this gap changes. It doesn't look like it changed. Let's let it run in a couple more rounds. So, I should only have I should have 2 more videos in this series of roller coasters. The next one would be building whichever of the 2 that you guys want. And last will be the multi-coaster that involves the one that we're about to build in the next video. So, if it hasn't changed by now, I don't think it'll change. Oh, they got closer together. Well, let's wait and see. This is currently proving my theory to be correct. Let's see if it'll change at all after this next round. Oh. Yes, see, my theory is correct. They did gain on each other because of the way that I said. So you'll notice this one, even when the red car is off the chains, it will not drop until the blue one is off. And then the second one, blue one drops. And yeah. So, that is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.